Not enough.
2 liter fish oil, 100 rand. Pampers Malin. Beast Malin. Guys, like, as an easy to Melissa's bag, like, Melissa's bag, we can't take that sort of thing. We can't. Dominant Sunbonani, hello.
Oh, Susuke.
I saw what is Suge like, oh, see, I live it's It's your favorite baby daddies. Let's go, let's pass.
Bakona bo baby daddy?
Bakona phakathi phakamisa isandla mo baby daddy.
Sanibonani bangani makhaya.
Nonke manene namanenekazi.
Kuba kodwa saqhubeka la.
Bafunda bafundini. Lefika lezi ndaba tana wesikhosi. Bafunda bafundini. Manene namanenekazi ndithi kugqothwe isnow pa Port Elizabeth. Nonetheless, dog, how are you, dog?
Sanibonani bafethu, proper welcome to another episode of the Baby Daddies podcast.
Yeah.
Skona bethu, Baby Daddy are here again, having a quick chat. Got any baby daddy issues, baby daddy moments. Yes, bafethu.
Guys, like today, guys, yes, I'm so calm, I'm so reserved. The energy, I'm like, yabona. Shishiliza apart.
Babuza. By the way, guys, thank you for the support. Thank you for the subscribe. For subscribing. Thank you for the notification button.
Sharing,
liking. Thank you for the support, guys. Slowly but surely you're gonna get there.
Definitely.
Before I forget, I have this idea that I want all the baby daddies to do, right?
Yeah.
Guys, if you're a baby daddy out there, please send us your picture with your kid or your daughter or your son.
Definitely.
Right? Whether even if the child is not biologically yours, send that.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna use that for the intro.
Collage.
Yeah, we're gonna try and make like a collage intro, like beginning of the episode, in like
because it's not just about us, it's also about you, and we want you to feel that you're part of it.
Imagine, bro. Let's say like when they say, right, and so somehow maybe 100 episodes later,
yeah,
they're like, we're baby daddies from the get-go.
Definitely. That's the whole, I think that was your whole idea, maybe in a way, you know.
Yeah.
Because
what do you think about baby mamas? Those baby mamas that's kind of said the part of being a baby daddy as well. Well, they said.
That's a voice note. The thing is, the podcast is about baby daddies, you know, and we're trying to push the narrative about daddies. So
we don't exclude you guys. We
include you.
But the main subject is about
baby
daddies.
Yeah, baby daddies. And then we appreciate our baby mama. That's why we appreciate the intake, the inputs in terms of everything that we talk about. Even the topics that we're talking about today, maybe we might get some of those notes from females and even males.
Or even call us through, guys. If you're on the WhatsApp group of baby daddies, you will have all the insight. You will have definitely what time we're recording, what time we can, whatever topic that we pushing for the day.
It's in the number I call it.
It's 074 098 2057.
Can you repeat?
074 098 2057. That's entertainment channel.
Make sure, Monge and Alapo, guys, you'll ask for the link and then it will direct you to your WhatsApp group here too, where you can share everything, like your comments. Hey guys, let's talk, let's engage. It's a platform, and as us, family, for us to share ideas and grow together, because this is our baby and we're raising it together. So as the rents.
Right. Somebody was asking me, so they're like, okay, so the interview best episode. But it was a similar experience as well. I'm the first person that I called was my sister. Or find out, okay, the only difference was that I was already in a fight and sex situation.
Obvious.
And lockdown.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, baby did COVID. Remember when they used to say, your child is going to be sanitizer?
And the vele ngama bakhona ababemile vele.
Serious, bro.
Yeah, ngakhona umunye ngibambiza umask vilakazi.
Ilaga. Ilaga.
No, like mama ya home affairs talk ngawathola amagama wona ile ngakangilithe to COVID. Like khona nomkhohlane what.
Aba, what people the next generation is understand amagama lawa le balala bo COVID.
No, phela inkinga phela ngisho siyahluka phela thina nathi inkinga mara nawe understand mina space esikuso mina nawe sithanda izinto siyaphapha.
And sazi
izinto sithanda izinto lesaphapha. Zenzeke futhi. And so hence that's why we decided I think with those names and we understand the importance of branding from like
yeah, so nowadays is something called the personal brand, but yeah. Anyway, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, bro. So today's topic, right? We wanna touch on. I feel like, bro, why is it that we as guys most of the time don't express how we feel when we're not with our kids? Don't we meet our kids? And how do we survive without our kids nearby? For example, I mean, with the generation nearby, for example,
yeah.
But I actually want to tap onto that in terms of currently with the baby daddies now. How do they handle not having their kids around? Maybe or on the or mama, you know.
The maternal side or ish.
Yeah. Because obviously there is a reason behind that, which I think we still are gonna touch on that, but dog, that thing, because I mean, okay, for me, that topic actually touches me like very deep, you know, because I stayed with my son for like the longest time, like out of his 18 months now, I think, till like 14, 15 months.
Yeah.
I've been with my child even before birth.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So now that distance of him not being around, even though there are situations that are the reason why, you know.
Definitely.
But yo, bro, I'm failing to survive, dog.
Yeah, it hurts you deep
because
inside,
you know I already planned my life around my baby, bro. I already planned certain things. Like he brought the energy to keep me going all the time.
Yeah, the motivation.
Yeah, you know, I can find inspiration and motivation elsewhere all the time. I do, but it's not as much as what my son gives you. Yeah, and I feel like it's always different. But you know, the face-to-face interaction is different than on the call.
On the call, yeah.
Or on the phone, on the pictures.
Yeah, most def, that's true, dog. And I feel on my side, on me, I think it's in my trial on that part because most of the time she was away, right? And most of the time, Bella, she is away. Because obviously we're working. The thing is, the sad part about us again as the parents of this age is that we gotta work, we gotta hustle, we gotta make money for these kids, right? And that time also again, in that time frame, right?
Yeah.
You can't gel in both, right? And that's why we take sometimes the responsibility to our grandparents, either paternal or maternal. And it hurts the most of the time that the baby has to go to the maternal side more than the paternal side of things. Most of the time, that's how it happens. And I don't know why it happens like that.
Let's go back to that wedlock.
You know, yeah. So it's very hard sometimes, you know. Yeah, can you would say if Usegin maybe it is very easy, you know. But if a child is across the province, dog, it hits in the most, dog. It hits in
because you can't just even go like a random weekend just like that. But
you can't, dog. You wanna start you can just drive. You know, yeah.
Like maybe a weekend at B&B and then come back. Yeah, because I feel like besides that, right? Like the development, bro. I wanna witness every part of him developing, right? So that I can easily pick up his weakness and strength and where he can work on and so forth and properly guide him
at the right time
into what his nature wants.
Yeah.
You know,
channel him into the right energy at the right time.
Yeah, because I already seen some things that even when I was growing up that still affect me today.
Yeah.
Right? That chances are with him now being where he is, those things might affect it because he's not fully around. You see. What I'm worried about is in terms of language, like I really know he's a more active, he's a more of a numbers person, but because he communicates very well when it comes to his body language, even from a young age. There was a time whereby he pointed me to a light, that light is disturbing me to sleep. And he went back, dog. It's like like you respond, for example, and then he responds, like so. Some things, obviously, I don't want him to encounter some situation that I've encountered also in my life. I think that's why it goes through the lesson. I mean, he has the full right to learn on his own and make mistakes on his own. Definitely. Right? But obviously, within that guidance, I mean,
he's a guy at the end of the day.
He's a guy at the end of the day,
For me, I think, dog, Smash for me comes easier because she's a female, right? And since she's a female, she needs mostly, obviously, the feminine touch than my touch, right? And but each and every chance I get, I make sure that I utilize and use that time to the fullest, dog, and I make sure she feels that I'm around, dog, whenever I'm given the chance. So it's a matter of, for you, I understand the pain that it's for me, it's not that much of a pressure. Yes, the pressure is there, the pain is there. Obviously, I do miss my child, but the thing is, for you, it's a guy, dog, and there's certain things as a man you need to instill in a man from a youngest age, and you believe that. Yeah, dog. I feel your pain, dog. I feel your pain, dog. But I can say that I'm at a stage where I relate more, and I feel where you are, dog.
Because I've seen even with other guys, man. Most of the time, they don't necessarily address it fully. Others, okay. Others, you know what others do.
Yeah.
The reason why it helps them with the child not being around, is because they don't want to see if they say they move on to another woman, right? Or maybe they move to the partner, right? Yeah. They don't want the child to be a cock blocker now. In a way.
Girlfriend,
or similarly, the child is nearby, and then obviously now they have to deal with you, and eventually means even if it's out of the relationship, somehow they feel they might think now have to have that relationship with the child.
Sure. Still mama self from
yeah, what? Or say baby mama drama. So when I feel that's why I'm much when they have kids around. It's not just a kid.
Definitely, it's 5.
But usually, 2, 3. They won't say because abafuna ukuthi block ukishana similarly baby mama drama. So that's why abanye kahle they don't act in terms of, that's how they survive in terms of not having their kids around, But is that a good thing though?
I believe no matter how many babies you have, dog, you just gotta be present as a man, dog.
Yeah.
For the fact that what I love, dog, about even, we said we would see that things back then that were bad, but there were things back then that were good, dog. Post the apartheid era, but even during the apartheid era, the family structure was still there within the black community, A man, there's a man who has about 18, our parents really, dog, our parents, dog, have so many siblings, dog, when you check that out, and those siblings, in some families, they will maintain a wonky. Even 13 to 14 children, he would maintain those children, but it's just that he was not there emotionally, right? But he could be,
guiding,
he tried, he tried to create that space for those children, and
how many kids do you want to have that?
I'm not dog for me, dog 3 is enough.
Why don't they go 8, 9 just like those?
8, 9, no, dog, like 8, 9, dog. It's. I know it's a blessing. It's a great blessing, right? Right, to have that. But for me, I'm thinking, Abuti, financially, right? I'm thinking financially, and the fact that
exactly. Yeah,
and the
that's
fact
one of
that
the key things.
you're in a route where you're trying to create generational wealth, not just for yourself, but the person that you bring to the world.
Yeah.
Right. So you must make sure there's a balance. Because that's why I told her solely RTPS in C18 in Lukshi.
Yeah. I'm going before. Remember, let's say, figure man just really cast. Let's say, figure Davidson.
Yeah.
Davidson, there's a family, we already have 3 kids. Usually, the bit of time and then the mission, because, for example, if you're gonna build, it's not a generational wealth, but it's a generational to actually legacy. Okay, not even legacy, but like expanding the family.
Yeah.
Right. For example, if you raise 7 kid children very well, right, and they all become successful.
Yeah.
It means they're gonna help out in terms of the family being
growing.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. But nowadays we have realized the disadvantage and the advantages growing up, right?
Yeah.
In terms of like ended up fighting for Ilifa or inheritance. Yeah, what? Okay, maybe RTP house or something like that. Because something says bonita. So now I think the rest of the kids, it's much even way better, right? Because of also how the economy is growing. Right? Because
for me,
now you want to have the best for your kid.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, another reason for me when I'm dancing, at the climate that our economy is at, right? And looking at our states with unemployment rates, right? Looking at that alone, it means a certain large number of the economy is unemployed, right? So a certain number of the economy is not generating income in a way, right? They're waiting to loot from the other number that is generating income, right? So for that fact alone, I'm scared for this person, Abuti. If I try to bring more and more and more in this economy that is growing so rapidly fast
and not so developing in terms of
money is going down and people are going up, yes, things in general are bad, guys. So you need to that's another thing we need to consider as parents, guys. Our financial strength for the children. Like, there are things we can't, there are decisions that we take, guys, drastically and fast. Like, there's a chick, what's the cast talking about her on the podcast then. I'm asking her, Madam Danseka, you have 6 children, 6 different baby daddies. Right?
Yeah.
6 children, 6 different baby daddies, right? So all this time you didn't learn a lesson. No, my reason for Ramantana was to first reason, Eka is Banim. Okay, yes, but Banim very like they're like 8 to 10. What we're talking about.
Yes.
Right? Banim. Almost 80 to 90% ye family, ye unemployed. It's only by about 10 to 20% who are employed. And those people that are generating that income, it's not like they're high income earners. No,
they have their own family.
They're small, being, And the reason was this. No, Funimali grant.
Yeah. That's how we must 63 cars. 63. Wow.
Why?
And now, if you check, even every Malay grant, it could be the source of income in a way, but it's not enough. Because it's not enough,
like this,
it's not enough.
Chulita official 100 rand. Pampas Madin. Bis Madin. Guys, like, as in the Melissa's bag, we can't take, that's what I'm saying. We can't take trust.
There's something I can't get this stuff. I got somebody. I don't know what I was watching, rap. I say I can't but the pampas. As she points you'll be surprised if it says what to get. But which is, let's get into another topic.
God, you don't say on that. Engas with pampas Madin.
Yeah, but is it maybe could be those people who don't have their kids around, be in that situation, like in terms of like they don't because they don't I mean, it's not having your kid around, and there's people who don't even care, don't even speak about their kids.
In
You
terms of
swear, bro, they don't have kids.
in terms of that, man, I'm thinking of a situation whereby though the maternal side, man, the maternal side are taking like but right financially one. Like financially they are well off. It's a matter of umtana or like again would see like maybe a situation whereby when you out here say gas, you're telling umtana says cheesy. Ushamtana says cheesy, obviously, or ushamtana ka past. Umtana ka past have a 7 blend na Abuti and no children profit. Right?
Or whoever in the church.
Or whoever in the church, right? Yeah. And when I'm not your personality, it's I'm going to going out to move from myself. And you come neighborhood like this. This is your personality, dog. This is who you
but
are.
embarrassment your father there.
You know, and that's how they take things for them. And they say, team, let's push this person away from this child because you believe they are correct. Right? And then because it's not like you don't, sometimes there are people who have money who want to support their children who say they want to send, Mara, I send or I'm sending the pay, you don't need to send.
Yeah.
Right? And it is situations like that you're talking about. It's very hurting that you want to see the child, but you cannot see the child. Sometimes it's because of reasons that are
more than like this is but because as you're saying that the family is well taken care of. Yeah.
Definitely.
So now, hey, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Right? What happens now in a situation whereby you impregnate someone, let's say 1 night stand, right? And that person tells you maybe after 3 weeks or 4, whatever time, right?
Sure.
Like, I'm pregnant, right? Maybe still even for to think, right? To do an abortion. And then, because there are guys who will say, no, I don't want the kid, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Can we think? And then they agree, right? Not to terminate the baby. And then 2 months later or 3 months later,
come with the baby.
And then the girl will be like, I decided to keep the baby. So now it was her choice.
Yeah.
Which obviously
and her body.
Obviously.
As much as
that would be the first choice that you would go, right? And then keep the child, and then expect you to have bond with the child, pay maintenance with the child.
But when she looked on phone,
yes.
And you could read.
I think that's another reason why, like, some guys don't think
run away, because
and run away because
as much that's true talk. As much as women say they wanna consent to the abortion, it's my body, it's my choice.
Which nowadays is a choice. I mean,
definitely, because it speaks to their guys, dog. There's a person I spoke to talk about a situation. They wanted a kid, right?
Was it the girl or guy who wanted a kid?
It's a guy.
Yeah, he wanted a kid.
He wanted a kid, right? And then when he got the kid, right? Was like,
yeah, and then obviously
and she terminated the baby without his knowledge, without anything, without him even knowing, dog. You know, and the guy really wanted a baby. Right? And then the baby was terminated, right? And those are other things and other factors also that are some of the reasons that are happening with it.
Like who have done the relation in the time was left. Because what you're saying now, I can experience that with somebody who are growing up. Like, I've seen that guy, bro, like, was head for for the longest time, bro. And he might be saying, like he lost love with 2 girls, bro.
Does that to a man, dog. Does that to a man, definitely.
Because like after that time, dog, the second is like pain.
Yeah.
That's all. Like besides we get like pain, even things now to listen to manje is nyako grand, I'm told. Because now you drink more, you stay up in because manje over because you're not speaking out. And when you speak out, you only say maybe a few things, but nobody at that time is listening or trying to help you because somehow out, sometimes that thing will say, "What's time? Clean." I'm sorry.
Yeah, dog.
But though, it's really hard, dog.
Yeah, it's really hard, man.
It's
Really hard, man. The thing is, at the end of the day, as men, I don't know what we're expected to do by society, dog. Because now, that's the thing, dog. Uti, you don't want the baby. You don't want the baby. She's coming back with the baby that you don't want. Obviously, you'll run away. You didn't want the baby. According to you, the baby is terminated. As much as for us, right? We have to accept umuntu makato to get terminated, and then she comes back and tell you, right? So for you, when why is it that you know that you know what's in phone? Why did you carry on? So if you carried on, it means you had a plan.
So now the question is, right, just a follow-up question on that, right? They said the guy wanted the child, right?
Yeah.
The baby, the mother didn't want the child, right? And then now the dad is saying, I can maintain the child. Okay, it's fine. I'll take care of everything, including raising the child.
Sure.
So, because possibly maybe whatever reason that the female didn't want, the mother didn't want the child, maybe it's because they're not ready in life or they're not reached the same goals, you know.
Sure.
But then the guy will be like, I will be able to take care of everything. Yeah. Same as a situation whereby what you were saying earlier about now, or what I was asking earlier, Abuti, the girl decided to keep the child, right?
Yeah.
And the guy didn't want to keep the child. So now, when they're forcing you, right? At the end. Because it goes back to sometimes we agree to do things, right? And then we ended up not doing those things. Or for example, you would think you'll be able to take the child and out of nowhere, maybe life hit you. Obviously, but they will have to involve.
Explain.
Like for example, let's say I end very well, right? And I want a kid with my girlfriend, right? And then Atagam phone done.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What should I do now?
I'm phone that.
I have this thing in Zima talk because in
It's
Zima
very
talk
tough,
just
dog.
whenever the phone goes to thingy,
tough.
we'll never know, dog. We'll never fully know because.
But we will know because this is the Baby Daddies podcast. Guys, your opinions, your views matter. Comment on this. Tell us more. We want to know about your stories in terms of this matter because it's not about me, it's not about Smash. It's about all of us speaking out as men and women about these stories. What has happened to you? Tell us more. Tell us on the group chat. Tell us.
So,
number
074
yes
098
yes
20
yes
57.
Tampo. Ghetto Universe Media lapha on YouTube. Make sure to check out our Instagram, and then you make sure to check out also Abuti Smash.
Abuti Smash, Jozi Show Entertainment, everywhere, all the social networks we there.
Apparently, Focus Brand, I say Ogamanje with social media Samile, Ogamanje, you just have to follow international_Melanin, your favorite baby daddy. Right? So, Udom, Labantu, Njoba, Nsasha na Abuti. It's hard for us. It's very hard for us, and society has to know that because if we are not speaking out about that, no one is going to speak out about it. And there are a lot of people like us, like me.
Yeah, just hold the set there.
Yeah.
Please pass me the phone there. You know what is the people to call? I want to check this guy if he's there, bro.
Please. You can also do it on the number that we said, on the group chat that we told you about.
He replied. Let me call him.
And say, Recorder.
He's also a new baby daddy. I think his child's like, he got the child like December, Jan. I'll ask him, Chad.
I'm not the joke, Chad.
Nah, come on, it's not picking up.
I well said win. Sedwin sikufaka entweni Sedwin sikufaka ku-YouTube. Chedwin, come on man. Come on, Baba. You can't be doing this to us, Baba kid.
So, bruh, I want to ask you something, right? I think I saw the status. No, you posted the thing that meme, bruh. So that day.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but it's true, dog. A father who, like, Mara, let's try and put it in front of exactly. And I got that. So, if I'm speaking. So, that was
okay, there is it. It's in English.
Yeah.
So, an unemployed father or useless.
Yes. An unemployed
mother. An unemployed mother who's strong.
Living in country. What are you saying? What kind?
I think it's because in a way, a narrative is that either way a man should provide.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. But there's a certain way a child or nutrients that the child gets in terms of being provided by. Could be financial, it could be bonding, could be that teachings.
Yeah. Yeah. Your presence, everything matters. So
I think was strong me because it's likely that she's gonna be the only one that will have to do her means to raise the child. But even the dad can try.
Even if
it's in some
the thing is, if you're a dad, you're deemed useless. And there was a guy who told me now, guys, I listen to people, I talk about these things so that we can come back and share with you guys. There's a guy who had an experience whereby he can friend guys, access to him, not just for one reason. What you're not financially fit enough to be the father of my child. Financially fit enough to be the father of my child. So you won't have access to see this child because financially how much or unemployed child. Unemployment rate is close to 50% because South Africa and you're a youth father. She's expecting you to do that. Imagine. And there are also guys just there.
I think before we go
on the matter of youth fathers, dog. I don't know now. We need to be speaking to teenage fathers.
But that's the thing, bro. I think one thing also that we need to be careful of, right? As much as guys, we make this podcast cool about baby daddies, but we don't encourage being a father reckless.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially now, because now you wanna tap into thing also teenage fathers, because at the end of the day they're also fathers, right? But it's not advisable
to do that. Yes. So we need to be teaching them cultivate. Teach. I love that.
Everything should even how to prevent, how to think. Because those talks we usually get them from females when while we are in high school and so forth, right? But we never listen fully.
Yeah.
But if you tell to come from gents,
school talk, OP, school talk.
Anyway,
school talk. What are you thinking?
Yeah, but
management. We'll speak about it.
No, we'll obviously speak about it. I want you to come back to what you were saying, bro, about the guy. Yeah.
Very useless for an answer.
Financially fit. I think the girl was trying to find nice weights. But usually it goes back to that a similar thing to that voice note, the first voice note from the episode 1, right?
Yeah.
When the guy stopped paying maintenance and so forth, right? I think that's the main thing. Most people that's when you stop maintenance. There's people who stop even before that maintenance, right? I think maintenance is time we check in the next episode.
Yeah.
I think it's time, bro. Because there's so much, bro. There's so much, bro.
Yeah.
But still, bro, it doesn't give her a right, though, because at the end of the day, whether the dad can provide or not, you can't deny access to the child. Yes. Well, to some point, to some point, the thing of, okay, yeah.
Yes.
So, you can't deny things, dog. You can't. So, somehow, maybe I can try some things, maybe just to tambis in terms of, thingy. Like maybe we'll see
I'm not saying purity down 15 rand purity.
Like I was saying, especially but out of nowhere, Papa, especially when I'm say to not that even though it's not there 2000 because I'm maintaining all these days.
Hey, I'm 18,000. I'm 20. Guys, again, guys, that's really my camera in this now. Asna mali. Ungasiboni behind the asna mali. Ziyaganama. Zakali. But nonetheless, I think it's been a great day.
It's been a great day, dog.
Great conversation.
Yeah, dog. I think there's so much. I think we did touch a bit there and there that we needed to touch into. Right? It's just that now we need the guys to tell us what's the duration that they prefer, guys. So if the first episode was there to on pod, that was proper intro, right?
Yeah.
And the second episode, which was around like 120 minutes, right, over an hour.
Yeah.
Right. Can be too long if you don't, guys. If you want the baby daddies to tell us what will be the proper duration, because there's so much, guys. Because now, if we were to sit here and talk, we can even take 3 hours, bro, on a specific topic.
Yeah, definitely. But we try to cover as much
next topic of it to maintenance, everything maintenance. So, say the hasin kaili hinti again.
We're not about that, baby.
So, I'm just about land that I go paying
guys. Last promoter patara maintenance. Guys, last promoter when I'm a sweet ending. I was saying to Nana, Mugu. Nonetheless, guys, it's been a great episode with you. We love you. Santanda.
To hashtag Baby Daddies Podcast. Everywhere. That's the hashtag that we're currently using right now.
Hashtag BDP. Peace. We love you guys.
Abuti.
An African cry.